Check it.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we are back on Need for Speed 2015. And as the showcase update did come out yesterday, we're going to go ahead and customize this MX5 because it's got a shit ton of new customization options. Now you may be asking to yourself, Cam, you've already customized this car before, what are you doing? Well, some of the things you can do to this car after this update are just insane. So obviously you can go ahead and put the big huge body kit on, and that's all cool and dandy, and it does look very, very nice, but look at that hood. I don't even like it, but it's insane. Now, with that being said, we're not actually going to do anything to the hood because I think it looks best clean. But I will quickly go ahead and show you through the options. Now, these are all options that Ghost Games have made since this car is relatively new, and you know, well, obviously there wouldn't be any parts or any significant parts out for it yet. I believe there is a Rocket Winnie kit, but it's like really, really rare because it's literally only just come out. Anyway, if we go ahead and go to the front bumper, we can see we can get that little extra lip. So we're going to go ahead and slap that on. I think that was pretty goddamn nice indeed. And then obviously we can do a splitter, but since we already have kind of a splitter on there and it's the actual body kit, we don't need to do that. Okay, so if we go on to the front fender, there's also a few options. We can basically beef it up a bit with, you know, those kind of flares. But what we're going to go ahead and do is wait on that for now. We're going to see how the car looks like after we put all the side skirts and stuff on, and then we're going to go ahead and make our decision. And we're probably going to do the same with the mirrors as well. So firstly, we're going to go ahead and slap that side skirt on, which looks really, really nice, and do the same for the back. Now, yeah, I like that. I think it's kind of subtle. It's not as extreme as the wide body look is, and I think it looks pretty goddamn nice. Now, as for a diffuser, I didn't imagine we could put one on because it's kind of already got that plastic diffuser or the metal diffuser off the bumper. So we're going to keep that as is. This is a bit weird. It says debadge, but it doesn't actually debadge it. It just gets rid of that top thing. So I believe that's like an antenna or something, or a Bluetooth thing. So we're going to go ahead and just get rid of that because that opens us to a lot of options. That opens us up to these options, which is kind of like, it's kind of a ducktail spoiler. It says it is a ducktail spoiler there. But honestly, I prefer that one. I think that one looks a lot better. I don't know. I feel like that one's not extreme. A lot of the options they added are kind of subtle. So we're going to go ahead and go for this nice big lip spoiler. I do like that. And that's basically it for the back. We got, well, we're obviously going to do the exhaust and the license plates. And I think we're going to put one big fat exhaust, tilted exhaust like that, because I think that suits really well. That suits the car really well. And then for the number plate, obviously going to go for the not safe for work which is what I use for most of my cars. And then for the actual frame, we can go ahead and pick the Hella Flush one because this one's my favourite, I think, out of all of them. And then for the plate, we can just go ahead and pick, I don't know what I want to go for because I'm not sure what I'm going to make the car look like afterwards. I think we'll go for a Tri-City Bay one since we haven't really used many of those yet, and we'll leave that for now. And we'll also stance it as well before we put some rims on, so if you give me 1 second. Okay, so now the car is stanced, we're going to go ahead and slap some new rims on. Now, again, it's pretty difficult with the MX5. The MX5... I don't know, you can make it go either way. You can make it, you know, look really, really nice with kind of BBS RS rotiform style rims, or you can go the other way around and put kind of some BBS LMs and make it look nice that way. It's basically whatever you want to do, really. But I'm feeling a bit of TE37s. I'm feeling a bit of TE37, so we're going to go ahead and slap those on, make them absolutely huge, and put some stretch tyres on as well. There's already Brembos on, so we don't need to adjust that. I believe that's basically it. We're going to go ahead and adjust the colour and that kind of stuff in a bit. I'm going to go ahead and do the same to the rear rim and tyre, and I will be back once I've gone ahead and done that. Okay, so now we decide if we want those fenders. So I'm going to install it on both the rear and the front and see if it does look any better. I've got a feeling it probably isn't. Now, I know a lot of you guys probably thinking, oh, that looks sick. I don't think it looks that nice. and I'm just gonna get rid of it. I personally prefer it without the big fenders. The only reason I'd put the fenders on is if I had the wide kit. If I had the wide kit, I'd see why I'd put the fenders on, but without it, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. And then as for the mirrors, I think I'm gonna go for these because those do suit it quite well. I do like how those go on, and I believe that should be it for the actual kind of body customization. And I'll give you a quick view of that outside. We're gonna go ahead and add a wrap to it as well. Now, since there is community wraps now, I'm not gonna go ahead and make one. Instead, I'm just gonna go ahead and use one off here. Now, that doesn't mean in the future I'm gonna like just always use these. I will be using you know, my own designs as well. But we're gonna go ahead and look through some of these and just see what it looks like. Now, doesn't seem like there's an awful lot which are made for the kit that I have on the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and search by myself for a bit, see if I can find one that I like, and then come back once I have found one. So yeah, okay, that did not take long at all. So SMI Gamer 98, if you are subscribed to the channel, which I very much doubt you are, your wrap has been downloaded. That looks freaking awesome. I've got to say, this wrap looks absolutely insane. I love it. I'm gonna get rid of some of the window stickers because they do look a bit weird. But besides that, I've got to say, I do actually really like this wrap. So I'm gonna quickly go ahead and do that, upgrade it, and we're gonna go ahead and take it into a race and see how it performs on the track. Okay then, so I've quickly just gone ahead and upgraded everything in the car. I believe everything's on Elite besides the air filter and the tyres. So we're going to go ahead and apply a quick tune to it. This is honestly nothing special. We're just going to go ahead and just apply a generic tune to see, you know, if it kind of fits the mold in terms of what this tune is. This tune does work for a lot of cars, so it'll be interesting to see if it works with the MX5. Now, with that being said, now that we've tuned the car and we've customized it and it looks absolutely gorgeous, we're going to go ahead and take it into a competitive lobby and see if anyone wants to race this. Now, the tune I have gave it is kind of more towards the grip side of things, so if we do get into a drift race, it's going to be quite unfortunate, to be honest. So, yeah, let's go ahead and see what this little MX5 is capable of. Okay, so I've literally just invited everyone in the lobby, and it does seem like people are joining. This is a miracle. Only two, but it's still 2 people I'm playing against, so it's all good. Unless some people are going to randomly spawn. I know the AI will spawn in too, but finally we're actually in a race against other players, which is kind of cool. So I believe it was 2 real-life players and the rest will be AI. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this MX5 performs. Now, again, never drove this before. I drove it once when I had the white and red wrap, if you guys remember that. It looked pretty goddamn nice. I believe I made a showcase on it. But I've got to say, they can't keep up. And I'm not sure whether it's because I'm quite good or whether they're just really bad, or whether the car's OP, I don't know. But for whatever reason, this thing is pulling, and it's pulling by quite a lot. Okay, well, I believe it's packing around 1,000 horsepower, and you can definitely tell, look at the freaking speed, 210, 220, fucking hell, oh, and we need to brake, oh! Okay, that wasn't good. I let the speed get to my head. I don't know. Oh shit, he's right behind us. I didn't realise. Okay, now one thing I do realise now about this tune is it is quite drifty, but not in a bad way. It won't drift if you don't want it to, basically, is how... Fuck! I really hope you guys understood what I meant. I was doing so well, and now I'm second. I've got to keep remembering to myself that I'm not just playing against AI anymore. I can't just mess up like that, because otherwise it's going to cost me the whole freaking race, and everything's just going to go wrong like it just has now. Okay, so I believe we're probably going to end up finishing second. In those... Oh no, we're not! As soon as I say that, he crashes. Beautiful. Or is that him? Or is that a different player? What the fuck's going on? I'm not sure if that was him or a different player. It seems like it was a different player. Oh my god. This is so just intense and frustrating, and it's basically what player versus player should be like. Okay, we're going to come off at this exit. Come on, if we get this perfect. I crashed again! Yeah, I'm not settling for anything below second, but it seems like the guy behind us has just fell back by a lot. Now, that was the race done, and I've got to say, I really like this MX5. I know I crashed twice. I'm going to admit that wasn't the greatest of things, but pretty goddamn awesome. I'm really liking the wrap. I'm really liking how the car handles. I don't know. I think it's a really good car, and honestly, I kind of want to use the other cars, but if I was set on having a 5-car garage, this would be up there. It really would. It's honestly that good. I'm going to quickly go ahead and show you it in photo mode, just so you can see what the car looks like from some different angles. I think I'm going to do this in every video from now on out, to be honest. Get rid of the damage. I'm going to go ahead and hide the UI, and there it is. That is the MX5. I think it looks pretty goddamn awesome, and I think we've done a very good job with the tune. So if you do want to go ahead and use a tune, you're more than welcome. It's a very good tune, and I'm sure you guys will put it to good use. And that was the MX5. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, hit the like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe, and peace.